ありがとうございました。佐賀最高大歓で佐賀のスポーツの力ここに集結。今日はバスケット佐賀バルーナーズ、そしてバレーボール佐賀シャツスプリングス、スタッフ選手の皆さんも応援に駆けつけてくれたりという情報が入っています。さあ大団結で大団円といきますか、いかれますか。
Well, hello and welcome to the EKIMAE Real Estate Stadium for today's only J1 clash in the Japanese top flight, as struggling Sagan Tosu entertains Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Two teams with very different targets this season. Sagan Tosu's 13-year stay in the top flight is very much in jeopardy, while Sanfrecce have probably left themselves with too much to do in the title race, but are still in the conversation for a top 3 finish and a place in Asian club competition. Results didn't go particularly well for Sagan Tosu yesterday, with away wins for both Kyoto Sanga and Shonan Bellmare, their direct relegation rivals, leaving Sagan Tosu lodged in the bottom 3, second to bottom, and only a win here would address that. Now Sanfrecce can't move higher than their current 5th spot, but 3 points here would move them to within a couple of points of champions Vissel Kobe, currently occupying 4th, and to within 4 points of both Gamba Osaka and Kashima Antlers in 2nd and 3rd place respectively. Despite losing Machida Zelvia, last season's J2 champions remain 5 points clear at the top of J1, with 14 games remaining in the season. And they'll be hoping their side can break with the current run of results against today's opponents, who continued their dominance of this fixture with a 4-0 win back in March in Hiroshima. Sanfrecce have won the last 3 meetings without conceding so much as a goal. Sagan Tosu, in fact, haven't come out on top for 10 games against today's visitors since a 1-0 win in Hiroshima back in May of 2019. It's 5 games since Sagan Tosu enjoyed a home win here against Sanfrecce Hiroshima. That was by a 1-0 in September of 2018. Two sides then making their way out. A win for Sagan Tosu would take them to 26 points and up to 16th, which will be a place higher than they began the weekend in 17th, but the fight very much on now to stay out of the bottom 3. Sanfrecce Hiroshima, if it wasn't for the amount of games they've been drawing, would probably be at the top of the table. They've drawn 10 of their opening 23 games this season, currently in 5th spot, some 12 points off the top of the table. Well, there's another warm, humid day. You can see that by the sweat running down the faces of the players who have just wandered out. Sagan Tosu were in a pretty decent run of form. They'd won 3 successive games in all competitions until the home loss to Gamba Osaka last week. Been inconsistent though, won 5, lost 5 of their last 10 in all competitions. That does include a couple of rounds of the Emperor's Cup. There's the new signing there, the Lithuanian international, Vykintas Slivka, who made his debut from the bench last weekend, but gets his first start today. Attacking midfielder. Well, the last J-League match was here against Gamba Osaka. They were beaten 2-0 and did a run of 3 straight wins in all competitions. It was their second home defeat, though, in the last 3 games. So 6 changes from Kenta Kaiway to the team that started last week's loss to Gamba. Kim Tae-hyun comes in at centre-back, while former Sanfrecce defender Yoichi Naganuma returns at left-back. So Kawahara is back in the centre of midfield, while new signing Vykintas Slivka makes his full debut for the club. Hikaru Nakahara starts for the first time this season on the right wing. Centre forward Marcelo Ryan has weighed in with 10 goals this season, but hasn't scored in the last couple of games. He returns after missing out completely last weekend. Akihiko Ikuuchi is the man in charge of this one today. 40-year-olds. His 142nd J1 match. Koei Koya is the lead VAR official. Changes too for Sanfrecce, 4-0 from last weekend, with Osamu Ioha handed his first senior debut for the club at the age of 26 years of age in defence. Taishi Matsumoto returns in the centre of midfield with the other 2 alterations, both in attack. Brazilian's Marcos Junior starts for just the 3rd time this season alongside Yuki Ohashi, just in behind centre forward Douglas Vieira, who plays from kickoff for only the 3rd time this season in place of Cypriot Pirios Sotiriou, who's unavailable today. Kenta Kaiway, the man in charge of Sagan Tosu since 2022, the 43-year-olds. Mikhail Skiba, the German coach, who has led Sanfrecce Hiroshima to 2 cup finals in his first season in 2022, as well as a 3rd place finish in both previous campaigns. On course to match that again. He thought he'd qualified them for the Asian Champions League in 2023, only to be knocked out by Urawa Reds, going on to win the trophy. Top 2 in the Champions League Elite, certainly not beyond the realms. 3rd place is the Champions League 2. So Sagan Tosu against Sanfrecce Hiroshima from the EKIMAE Real Estate Stadium. One outstanding game from J1 this weekend. Ambitious attempt straight from the kickoff. Now Sagan Tosu in the light blue in possession. Big challenge. Shotani had the ball, but it's a free kick for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Painful one on the ankle by the looks of things as well. Promoted in 2011, Sagan Tosu, for the first time in their history as J2 runners-up, have stayed there ever since. And it looks as though it's going to be a real fight to extend that stay to a 14th season. Shunki Higashi with the free kick. Ganama with the header away. Shunki Higashi, former Japanese under-20 international, happy as a traditional left-back or indeed a left wing-back. He's playing today in Mikhail Skiba's back 3 that he employs. To beat Sanfrecce. They've lost just 4 times this season, the least of any of the clubs. Just 9 wins, 10 draws. Yoha is forwards with the back three, the header on towards Douglas Vieira. And a goal kick. There's the upshot. Harada. Way too much on that for Slivka. Just 5 minutes in the 2-0 loss to Gambra Osaka for Kintas Slivka. Who was playing in Greece, spell in Scotland as well with Hibernian, was actually on the books at Juventus, Slivka, but never made a first team appearance in Serie A. Yamazaki. Launched by Park Il-gyu. Drew 1-1 in their last away game at Kawasaki Frontale. They're unbeaten in their last 2 away since a 3-2 loss at Yokohama F. Marinos, Mikhail Skiba's side. It's actually their only defeat in their last 14 away from home in J1. 5 wins and almost predictably 8 draws in that run as well. Higashi with the throw. Douglas Vieira. Chase on for the loose ball here from Marcelo Ryan. Throw for Sanfrecce, who are enjoying the lion's share of the early possession. Yoha. Won by Shotani. Douglas Vieira fancied it from there, but comfortable gather in the end for Park. Park Il-gyu, Japanese born but of North Korean descent. As a J1 winner in 2019 with Yokohama F. Marinos. Vieira's cross in, Nagadama gets it away, and then the spectacularly off-target effort from Naoto Arai. A wing-back with an eye for goal, though. 5 goals in 19 appearances this season since joining from Albirex Niigata. Started the season at Albirex and actually scored against Sagan Tosu for them on the opening day of the season. Late challenge from Yamazaki. It's going to be a yellow card for that as well. Slightly late from Kosuke Yamazaki. Douglas Vieira made the most of it. First booking of the season for Yamazaki. Sagan Tosu trying to hold a high line. The delivery fed into a sea of light blue shirts, easily dealt with by the Sagan Tosu defence. Shotani. Yohashi. Araki to Iyoha. Marcelo Ryan trying to pounce on the loose ball. Iyoha did well. Good season, Marcelo Ryan, 10 goals in 22 appearances since arriving from relegated Yokohama FC. He actually only scored 5 goals in 2 seasons for them, doubled that tally already at Sagan Tosu. Araki back to Osako. Harada's header. Now Kawahara. Cross swung in. Slivka. Nakahara seeing plenty of the ball early on this right side. There's space here for the shot, driven in first time. Osako with the save. Now Marcelo Ryan beaten to it. Was he caught? Meanwhile, the counter-attack is on here for Sanfrecce Hiroshima with Marcos Junior. And easily gathered by Park in the end. Frantic bit of action there from the home side. And then very nearly caught on the counter. Just wondered if there may have been a VAR review for the Osako challenge on Marcelo Ryan as the ball came back in. Koyama. Now Fukuta. Touched off again by Nakahara. Now Harada to Slivka. Naganama into Fukuta. Naganama. A bit more of the ball now, Sagan Tosu. Nakahara. Harada just holding the line outside him. Goes for goal himself in the end. Nakahara. Former Tokyo Verdy man. Start to the game. His 8th appearance this season for Sagan Tosu. 51st in the top flight for Nakahara. An opportunity today and looking to take full advantage of it. Probably the wrong decision though to take on the shot from there. His Mazaki who clears it away. Marcelo Ryan running into space. Harada finds him with the throw. Iyoha across and got the block in well. Nakahara. Now Higashi picking up on the loose ball. Douglas Vieira. Higashi switches it out to Arai. Three options in the centre. Arai plays it in, and it's headed away by Kim Tae-hyun. Such a threat. Naoto Arai on that right side. Arai again. Coming together on the edge of the penalty area. Douglas Vieira felt he was fouled by Kim Tae-hyun. Korean under-23 international. Park Il-gyu to Nakahara, looking for the run of Marcelo Ryan. Here's Higashi. Sagan Tosu will be delighted that Sotirio is not available today. Scored in the last two games against them, including a penalty in the 4-0 win back in March. By Nakano. Now back with Park Il-gyu. The best piece of initial distribution, in fairness to him. Here's Harada. Nakahara just about squeezed the pass off to Fukuta. Koyama doing well, gets the shot in and beaten away by Osako. Just had to watch that near post, which he did. Good work though from Yokoyama. Corner for Sagan Tosu. Nakahara and Yokoyama, the two wingers for Sagan Tosu, both causing problems early on. Yokoyama delivers. Get a second chance here. Fukuta. Nakahara, oh, it's deflected, could have gone anywhere that. Went behind in the end for a corner. And Sagan Tosu keeping Sanfrecce penned in here. He could easily have ended up in the back of his own net. In there. Ayoha keeping a close watch on him. Nakahara to deliver again. Swinging once more. Arai got his head to it. And another corner for Sagan Tosu. Club who have never finished higher than 5th in the top flight. Achieved that twice in 2 years though, in 2012 and 2014. Nakahara's ball in, punched away by Osako, not the best punch in the world though, and then driven back in by Kawahara. On the volley, not particularly well though, so Kawahara. Marcelo Ryan beaten to that, and Sanfrecce clear it away and finally relieve the pressure that they've been under. Here's Douglas Vieira. A little bit disjointed in the final third in the early stages from Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Their front three today, it's only really Yuki Ohashi who's a regular starter. Douglas Vieira and Marcos Junior, the two Brazilians, tend to come off the bench late in games. But Mikael Skibber deciding to mix things up a bit. Kawahara. Helped out by Nakahara. Now Harada. Kawahara. Marcelo Ryan forced wide. Slivka is in the centre. And the Lithuanian, the intended target. They cross too close though to Keisuke Osako. Well, the year they finished fifth in 2012, Sagan Tosu, they very nearly qualified for the Champions League. They were lying third going into the final day of the season, but lost to Yokohama F. Marinos on the final day and dropped to fifth. Slivka. The cross was too high for Marcelo Ryan. It's picked up by Yokoyama. And driven wide from distance. Osako, I think, was always comfortable that was going past the post. Ganama, the left back, with the strike. Always off target though. Former Sanfrecce Hiroshima player, featured 18 times for today's opponents. Does have an eye for goal, the left back. 4 times he's scored this season. 10 in the last campaign. It's a decent return from a full-back. Fukuta. Kawahara. Nakahara. On again by Naganuma. Yokoyama. It's a good run by Yokoyama. Marcelo Ryan just unable to produce the flick finish he was looking for, but again, Yokoyama looking really lively, skipping away from 3 defenders. Sanfrecce struggling to cope with him defensively. A 21-year-old with 5 goals this season. Joined the club last year. And here's a chance for Sanfrecce, and there's the opening goal. All the pressure coming from Sagan Tosu, but it's Marcos Junior who strikes first for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Hadn't really created a great deal in the game. But as Sagan Tosu grew in confidence, they've left themselves open here, and the two Brazilians combining the flick on from Douglas Vieira and planted into the corner from Marcos Junior. And as simple as that, it is Sagan Tosu 0, Sanfrecce Hiroshima 1. And now Sagan Tosu will have to do something they haven't done in the last 3 matches against Sanfrecce Hiroshima, and that's find the back of the net. Cool finish from Marcos Junior. And Sanfrecce Hiroshima leads. Just his 2nd goal of the season, to go with the one he scored in a 3-1 defeat at home to Kashima Antlers in May. Hoping for a better outcome today. play from Osamu Ioha. Our J-League winner as recently as 2022 with Yokohama F. Marinos. 37 goals for them. Obviously shot from Yokoyama at the other end. He's been lively for Sagan Tosu. He got something on the ball there, Osako. Marcelo Ryan felt he was fouled. It's that touch on the ball before he lands on the Brazilian. Opportunity for players to take some liquid and some much needed hydration on board in the drinks break, given how hot and humid it is here. Been a particularly good start from Sanfrecce Hiroshima, surprisingly outpossessed by Sagan Tosu. Hadn't created a great deal, but it's they who lead. Win here would see them move on to 40 points, 9 behind the leaders Machida Zelvia. They won't have discounted themselves completely from reeling them in. Still 14 games to go after today. That's why the last season's J2 champions can really hold on at the top of the table when it really matters. Here's Marcelo Ryan. A couple of weeks break until the next J-League match. A number of the sides involved in high-profile friendlies against European clubs preparing for the start of their new seasons. Sagan Tosu facing a couple of weeks in the relegation zone unless they can turn this around. Another Sagan Tosu corner. They've had plenty of these. Nakahara will take this one. In-swinger this time, in front of the travelling Sanfrecce Hiroshima supporters. Nakahara again. Koyama helping it on to Kawahara. Hack forward, Kawahara returns it though. Koyama beaten to it. And here's Arai. It's a poor challenge from Slivka. He's lucky just to get a talking to there. I thought the yellow card may be coming out for the Lithuanian. So late and clumsy. Seem any less of a foul than that saw Kosuke Yamazaki showed a yellow card earlier in the game. That's another free kick for Sanfrecce. That's Vieira caught by Kim Tae-hyun. Forearm in the side of the face for the Brazilian. No further action from the referee on Kim Tae-hyun for that. He's charged with getting Sanfrecce Hiroshima to where they feel they should be, the 8-time former champions of Japan, 5 in the amateur era. In the space of 5 years between 1965 and 1970. 3 J-League titles all came in a 3-year run, 2012, 13 and 15. Years though since they were last crowned champions, Hiroshima. Headed away by Kim. Harada. The opposite flank, but got it away. Higashi. Ryan able to control it. Still going well in the two cup competitions, Sanfrecce as well. They're through to the quarterfinals of the League Cup, where they'll face Nagoya Grampus over 2 legs. Drawn against J2 side EKIMAE in the 4th round of the Emperor's Cup. The main cup competition, that is, that comes with a Champions League elite place. Here's Harada. Higashi's header. Nakahara back to Kim Tae-hyun. Kawahara. Yamazaki needs to be careful now on a yellow card, the only booking of the first half so far. Is that right? Nakano just in support behind him. Now he swings the cross in. Higashi plays it back into the danger zone and just about got there. Park Il-gyu and fumbled the initial contact. Here's Kawahara. Naganuma. Kim to Kosuke Yamazaki. Sagan Tosu fans willing their side forwards. It's become a little more pensive, their play, since the concession of that opening goal. Matsumoto. This one's gone though. 3-0 win here against Kyoto Sanga prior to the loss against Gamba Osaka's their only win in J1 in the last 5. Sagan Tosu, they've lost 4 of those. Nagoya Grampus FC Tokyo, Kashiwa Reysol, Gamba all winning here in recent weeks. Sanfrecce Hiroshima on course to add their name to that list with this single goal lead after half an hour. Matsumoto. Matsumoto again. Ohashi trying to squeeze the ball through. Here's Marcos Junior, the goal scorer. Higashi. Matsumoto almost wriggled away. And the foul goes against him. Free kick for Sagan Tosu. Yeah, just that little pullback there. I think you got that right, the referee. Well, to survive for so long in the top flight, Sagan Tosu, who have never won a major trophy. Never even reached a a major cup final either, Sagan Tosu. Marcelo Ryan wins the free kick. They did tempt Fernando Torres here, though, to finish his playing career. He scored 5 goals in 35 appearances. The former Liverpool, Chelsea, Atletico Madrid striker. Kawahara. Yamazaki. Now Fukuta. Naganama. Touch off from Slivka. Naganama. Short passes, but not really going anywhere with this possession, Sagan Tosu. Yamazaki. It's a better ball to Slivka. Harada. Nakahara. Just tried to slide it into the box. It was Matsumoto who's deflected it behind for a corner. Marcelo Ryan, the intended target. Defensive midfield play, though, from Taishi Matsumoto. Another in a succession of long line of corners for Sagan Tosu. Actually, they've not done a great deal so far. Kahara this time plays it in, punched away by Kaisuke Osako. Kawahara feeds it back into the danger zone. The referee spotting an infringement in there on Taishi Matsumoto. It's a free kick for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Minutes to half-time. First half in which chances in truth have been few and far between, but Sanfrecce Hiroshima certainly took theirs, courtesy of Marcos Junior. Relatively brute one goal in the end. Flick on from Douglas Vieira to Marcos Junior. 2 Brazilians from the start today. Just the first start for Douglas Vieira and the third for Marcos Junior. Harada with the retaken throw. Another one off Matsumoto. Yamazaki back to Park Il-gyu. Kim. Yamazaki. Kahara. So there's Fukuta. Bit of space now for Naganama, the left back. Slivka. All the way from a tight situation there, Slivka. So Yamazaki. Harada did well to keep that in play. Again, Sagan Tosu keeping the ball, but being forced back by Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Harada. Shotani. Now Marcos Junior. Ohashi. Space here for Arai. Cuts in on that left foot. Arai got the shot away, but with no real pace to trouble Park Il-gyu. Nakahara. Seem to have got the grips a bit more now with Koyama, who's causing them all sorts of problems earlier in the game. There's the finish from Marcos Junior. Not the cleanest of strikes, but it was accurate enough. There's still a bit of room for Route 1 football in the game. Certainly hasn't had the service today, Marcelo Ryan. In his last 4 appearances, Marcelo Ryan scored a couple in a 3-0 win against Kyoto Sanga and 4-2 win against Kashima Antlers back in April. Only 22 though, the Brazilian striker, beginning to make a bit of a name for himself with his goals this season. Tough to make too much of an impact last season with Yokohama FC, who were the only side relegated from J1. He's walking a bit of a tightrope, I think, Kim Tae-hyun. There's been 2 or 3 challenges now, particularly on Douglas Vieira, that have a fine line between seeing a yellow card or not. The referee's been lenient so far to the Korean. Araki. Slivka. Koyama. Nakahara trying to get it on the left foot and get the shot away. Well defended though. And a free kick, and now the yellow card does come out. Fukuta, second player to see yellow, along with Kosuke Yamazaki, his central defender. Marcos Junior, the player who was on the end of the challenge, remains down. He's going to be okay. Mikhail Skiba looking concerned. He's a long and varied managerial career, does Mikhail Skiba, 58 now. He's been coaching since the age of 21, when his promising playing career was cut short with a anterior cruciate ligament injury. He tore the same one 3 times, which ended his playing career. Began his journey in Schalke's under-19s team. Soko with the free kick. Over Arai, and Ganama happy to see it behind for a goal kick. Control again by Arai. From Matsumoto, the cross into the centre and the header off target from Ohashi. He's been terrific since joining from Shonan Bellmare for the start of this season as Yuki Ohashi. 10 goals in his 21 appearances so far. Well off target with the header though. Foul by Slivka, free kick for Sanfrecce. Just down by Douglas Vieira. Higashi, too close again to Park. And now Slivka. And suddenly they've got 2-on-2 here. If he can play in Marcelo Ryan, he's pointed where he wants it, but it's overhit by the Lithuanian. And a promising counter comes to nothing for Sagan Tosu. Shotani. Ohashi on to Matsumoto. Ioha to Higashi. Araki to Nakano. Arai sweeps it forward, so good spot to pick out Douglas Vieira, but Brazilian unable to control it. He was offside anyway. Acknowledges the quality of the ball though from Naoto Arai. He played 7 times for Cerezo Osaka, who allowed him to go in 2021. Looks a bit of a mistake, that one, from Cerezo. Fukuta. On by Kim Tae-hyun. Arai's throw. To be added on. It's been a relatively flat first half performance from both teams, you have to say. Sanfrecce though just taking that chance when it came along. Fukuda. Sagan Tosu with a lot of the ball. A lot of set pieces in and around the Sanfrecce penalty area and haven't made best use of any of them. Wahara back to Yamazaki. Kyokyu. Harada. Slivka made himself available. The throw is long instead to Marcelo Ryan. He did well to wriggle away and find himself a bit of space. Sagan Tosu with another corner. Make this one count in the final moments of the first half. Hikaru Nakahara. Hooks this one across with a bit more pace. Koyama, away from Marcos Junior, who was putting him under pressure. Now Higashi. Matsumoto. Still time to make this counter towel. Ohashi. Free waving play on, despite the fact there's two players who are down. Kim Tae-hyun and Yuki Ohashi, the two who collided. Played on there, really. There was clearly no head injury. Yamazaki. A lot of short, sharp passes from Sagan Tosu, but generally sideways and backwards. They been able to hurt Sanfrecce Hiroshima in behind. And one time Sanfrecce went long, it resulted in the only goal of the game. Indeed, the only goal of the first half, scored by Marcos Junior after 21 minutes. Just his third start this season, a player who generally comes on to affect the game off the bench late on, but he's affected the game early on here. Difficult to say that Sanfrecce are worthy of their lead in this first half. Sagan Tosu with more of the ball, plenty of corners and set pieces. Haven't done a great deal with them though. But Sanfrecce took their chance through Marcos Junior and they lead 1-0 at half-time.
さあ、それでは皆さん、ピッチにご注目をお願いします。タイフェスティバル in 佐賀にご講演いただいている皆様をご紹介させていただきます。在福岡大公国総領事、ゴーソン・サキタ・マジット様。続いて、大公国政府観光庁福岡事務所所長、須田ポーン・マラポン様。大国政府通商代表事務所広島通商代表パンニー・スワントン・ピータン様、ご参加方ありがとうございます。オープンカー大きな拍手をお願いします。それでは皆様、ビジョンにご注目をお願いします。
รียเจ็ตให้คุณเทคออฟแบบมีคนเทคแคร์เทคเซลฟี่กับแอร์สุดเฟรนลี่แคร์ทุกคนบนทุกไฟล์ไทยเวทเจ็ตเทคออฟแบบมีคนเทคแคร์
さて、タイペとジェットエアは福岡とバンコク、関西とチェンマイの直行便などを運航し、安全、親しみと楽しみのサービスを強化している航空会社です。皆さん、タイへのご旅行の際はぜひタイペとジェットエアをご利用ください。さあ、タイに行きたくなるような素敵なムービーをご覧いただいたところで、それではお待ちかね、ハーフタイム抽選の結果発表と参りましょう。どうか皆さん、ビジョンにご注目いただきたいと思います。皆さん、今着用されていますホッケーシャツの首元のタグをご確認ください。そこになんと当選された方にのみ当選券がついてるんです。何もついてない方は残念ながら外れなんですが、当選券がついていた方は白い丸の中にマークが書かれています。このマークによって商品が異なり、特徴はなんとバンコクへの往復航空券、これが当たるんです。それでは時々の結果発表です。ビジョンの方にご注目をお願いいたします。今回はなんと特徴が2本、ハスの花のマークの方、タイペとジェットエア様から、またゾウマークの方、エアアジア様から、それぞれ福岡バンコク間往復航空券をプレゼント。次に当ズボンマークの方はタイ国政府官房長様から人気のタイパンツを含めたタイグッズ詰め合わせをプレゼント。最後にムエタイマークの方は山盛り株式会社様と福信用株式会社様から2等タイ米5キロとガパオの元セットがプレゼントです。ご当選された皆様おめでとうございます。商品は都心広場のタイフェス会場のインフォメーションにてお控えします。タイフェスはこの後夜9時45分まで開催中ですので、それまでにお控えをお願いいたします。本日お控えがなかった場合は当選は無効となりますのでご注意ください。以上、ハーフタイム抽選会でした。ご来場誠にありがとうございます。改めてビジョンにご注目を。インフォメーションタイムアゲイン。
2024シーズン J リーグタイトルパートナーは明治安田。オフィシャルブロードキャスティングパートナーはダゾーン。トップパートナーはアイデム。ルートインホテルズ、イオン、ドコモ、コナミデジタルエンターテインメント。
スパートサラケン X モバイル、ソレパートはサムと背中ストパートアニマルワン、パンツパートキングダム、同じくパンツパートモラージュサガ、練習スポンサーです。石家具、サガピョンペット、ビゾタ、木村情報技術、ズーム X、藤田道路、熊川工業、ベスコミュニティ、サガテレビ、渋谷食品、イノセント、朝日アイアンドアール、佐賀県、ユニフォームスタジアムスポンサーは石家具、ビゾタ、佐賀トヨタ自動車、藤田道路、ジャスミン、戸上電機グループ、その他ご覧のサポートです。続いて LED アルモードスポンサー、別府自動刑事国、佐賀銀行、龍谷グループ、横尾、佐賀トヨタ自動車、藤田道路、J.LEAGUE 共催連佐賀、飯田靴下、中島製作所、大石厚生堂、五光工業、リゾタ、サンライオブリ、JTB。続いてピッチスポンサー、セブンイレブンジャパン、その他ご覧のサポートです。続いてベンチ広告スポンサー並びに横断幕スポンサー。続いてはアカデミー移動費スポンサー、そして単価スポンサー。かつてはグループシートスポンサー。ラストにオフィシャルスポンサー。Well, thank you for supporting Sagan Tosu。さあ、続いては今年無料駐車場、相撲駐車場を利用してサガントスグッズを手に入れよう。今回のプレゼントは選手のサイン入り公式球です。当選されたのは星さん、おめでとうございます。当選された星さん、試合終了30分までに場内案内所の方にお越しください。おめでとうございます。まもなく選手がピッチにやってきます。いつも言ってることですが、恥ずかしかったら手を叩くだけでも十分です。気持ちがさらに盛り上がったら、どうか大きな声で選手の背中押してくれ。
Welcome back. Sanfrecce Hiroshima leading Sagan Tosu by 1-0 at the EKIMAE Real Estate Stadium. As things stand, with a 2-week break coming up, Sagan Tosu look as though they are going to remain rooted in the bottom 3 unless they can turn this around. Haven't scored, remember, in 3.5 games now against Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Sanfrecce, though, in fairness themselves, haven't exactly been on top form. A win that would move them to 40 points, no higher in the table. They would remain in 5th place if Marcos Junior's goal is enough to see them take the 3 points. So it's Sagan Tosu to get the second half underway, trailing to Sanfrecce Hiroshima by 1-0. If it stays like this, it would be their 15th defeat of the season, which is as many losses as bottom of the table Consadole Sapporo. Marcelo Ryan immediately onto the front foot and equalises for Sagan Tosu 12 seconds into the second half. 11th goal of the season. Hadn't scored in his last couple of games, but this 22-year-old Brazilian, whose stock is rising this season, makes it the most perfect of starts to the second half for the home side. And Sanfrecce Hiroshima's goal was certainly out of the direct catalogue, and this one wasn't far behind it. Ball into the penalty area, and Marcelo Ryan with Osamu Ioya up against him did the rest. And it's Sagan Tosu 1, Sanfrecce Hiroshima 1. And Sagan Tosu have their first goal against Sanfrecce Hiroshima in 4 games. 1-1. A delight for Kenta Kawai. No doubt absolute frustration for Mikhail Skiba, the coach of Sanfrecce Hiroshima. And their barely deserved half-time lead has been wiped out in the space of 12 seconds. Launched forward by Fukuta. Point, though, remember, not enough to lift Sagan Tosu out of the bottom 3. They need all 3 of them. After those unexpected wins for Shonan Bellmare and Kyoto Sanga, the 2 sides who began the weekend below them in the table. It's just what the game needed, an early lift at the start of the second half, and it couldn't have come much quicker. Sanfrecce Hiroshima find themselves where they've been so many times this season. Level. Facing an 11th draw. Wants to finish like this. Marcelo Ryan's header. With the initial header away. Ryan helping it on. Here's Marcelo Ryan again. Taking the Sanfrecce defence. And forcing another corner. Sanfrecce Hiroshima haven't really come out of the dressing room yet. Kahara, it's more to play it in, an outswinger this time. It's gone short though. Good ball in towards the back post. Sanfrecce struggling to get it away. Douglas Vieira back there helping out. And there was a foul in there. It's a free kick to Hiroshima. Fukuta, the Sagan Tosu captain, on a yellow card from the first half, as is the centre-back, Kosuke Yamazaki. Now I couldn't get there, and they're rattled at the start of this second half, Hiroshima. Araki. Now Arai. Sumoto. Araki to Iyoha. Came through the club youth ranks, did Osamu Iyoha. He's been out on loan with various clubs, Kyoto Sanga last season, where he featured 18 times in J1. Most of his career has been spent playing on loan in the lower divisions, but finally given his chance in the shirt of Sanfrecce Hiroshima today. But he was culpable for that equalising goal, didn't get to grips with Marcelo Ryan. Shotani. Osaka going long this time, looking for Marcos Junior. Knocks the ball away. Vieira ahead of him is Ohashi. Forced Vieira wide with that ball though. Higashi. Douglas Vieira still in support. And Higashi wins the corner for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Taking up their full complement, the away support, but there is a sizable following. 300-kilometre journey from Hiroshima to Tosu, from east to west. And Sumoto. Ohashi. Space to get the cross in, but overhit the delivery. Well, here's the goal again. Bullied Araki. And then rifled the ball away before Iyoha could close him down. Touch off by Matsumoto. Gets it back. Couldn't get the shot away though. Naganuma did just enough to get his body in between Matsumoto and the ball. He was just about to fire it in. Koyama. In space now for Harada. Here's Slivka. Connect the way he would have liked. Sagan Tosu looking dangerous again. Matsumoto. There's Arai. Stepping away from Naganuma. Good job by Naganuma, and now the counter-attack is on here for Sagan Tosu. Yokoyama. See how good he is at running at defenders. Still going, Yokoyama. Headed away by Araki. Now Marcelo Ryan has done well to pick up the pieces. Already a big favourite, unsurprisingly, with the Sagan Tosu supporters. Marcelo Ryan through the legs, still going. Slivka, and then the shot from Fukuta is charged out. Through the legs of Nakano. Slivka couldn't get the shot in. Fukuta could. Good save by Osako. But they're on the back foot here, Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Sagan Tosu certainly started this second half like a side who don't want to spend a couple of weeks in the relegation zone. Club who have become very much part of the furniture in J1. 14th last season, 9 points clear of relegated Yokohama FC, 4 points clear of the bottom three. Only one went down last season. J-League back to 20 clubs. Swung in, and the header from Kim Tae-hyun off target. Timed the run well, just trying to flick the header goalwards. Made just 6 appearances with Ulsan Hyundai, one of the top clubs in the K-League. He spent the last couple of seasons on loan with Vegalta Sendai, where he's made over 50 appearances in Japan. From Douglas Vieira. Slivka after this one. Ohashi. Switched out to Higashi. Blocked away by Harada. It's fallen favourably again for Marcos Junior. There was a deflection on that. It's a corner for Sanfrecce. And the match much more open now than it was in the first half, that's for sure. Wasn't too far wide of the post. And that was with the deflection. It would have been heading in without it. Shunki Higashi. There's the corner. Douglas Vieira's header, and it's tipped over the top by Park Il-gyu. Good centre forward play from Douglas Vieira, found himself a bit of space, guiding that header goalwards. Take 2 for Sanfrecce. Headed away by Kawahara this time. Shotani. Recovered their composure a bit now, Sanfrecce Hiroshima, after the early setback. That Marcelo Ryan equaliser. Like a bit of a foul throw. Why she was appealing as much. Yoha. Osako. Here's Araki. Marcelo Ryan. Slivka just checked his run to remain onside. Lost a bit of momentum though as a result of it. Koyama. Now Marcelo Ryan. Finds space, forces the save from Osako, and the follow-up is in. But the flag is up against Hikaru Nakahara. Where's the moment? Was it here? He did check the run to stay onside, Slivka. The assistant kept the flag down. Work from Marcelo Ryan. He's such a confident striker. Once the shot came in, the flag went up against Slivka. So a lot of football played after that. Offside he was, the Lithuanian. It remains at 1-1. Arai. Shotani runs into space, picks out Douglas Vieira. Now Shotani can deliver. It's a dangerous ball in. And the header, the wrong side of the post. It was a lovely move. It was Higashi who come in off the left wing-back position to head the ball past the post. Neat football though from Sanfrecce Hiroshima. It's going to be the away side to move first in terms of making a substitution. Clock ticking towards the hour mark, which is where these kind of things generally happen. There's Slivka. Harada. Space here for Fukuta. Can he finish? Well, he should have done. It was all there for him on his right foot, and the Sagan Tosu captain unable to finish it off, but the home side finding space in behind the Sanfrecce defence again. Dragged it wide. Akito Fukuta, who didn't score last season but has a couple of goals in this campaign. And Douglas Vieira is making way. And Marcos Jr. off as well. Kato and Mitsuta on. Mitsuta, who's scored a couple of goals this season, the 25-year-olds. Kahara. Fukuta, Nakahara. Marcelo Ryan with the touch off to Kawahara. Yokoyama finds the space to make the delivery. Sanfrecce Hiroshima get it away. And now it's Mitsuta. Ohashi. And there's Kato, the other substitute, who fires it across. Oh, goodness me. A better delivery there, and Matsumoto just touches it into the empty net. Much, much better second half for both sides. Matsumoto. Held up by Yamazaki. Now Higashi with the delivery. Mitsuta on the end of it. Didn't get the connection he wanted though, and here's Marcelo Ryan for Sagan Tosu. Preparing a change of their own. Kaiman Togashi preparing to come on. Forward with just the one goal so far this season. Slivka struggled to have too much of an impact on his full debut. He played just 5 minutes off the bench for the club prior to today against Gamba Osaka last weekend. And it is Slivka who makes way for Togashi. With the corner for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. flicked on. Kahara chasing this out, but Higashi has it for Sanfrecce. Slight deflection on that, and it's away through, and it's tipped behind by the goalkeeper just to make sure. The most convincing piece of judgment from Park Il-gyu. Higashi with the latest corner for Sanfrecce, who are keeping Sagan Tosu penned in at the moment. .25 minutes to go, 1-1. You really couldn't say which way this match was going. Header away by Yamazaki. Yuha with the throw. Nobody really showing for him though. Matsumoto. It's his only option there really. Araki. Nakano. Arai. It's a lovely ball by Arai. And they're in behind here, Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Oh, terrible ball from Ohashi. Well, he could have squared it, could have gone for goal. Took the former option and in the end did neither. Shotani. Mitsuta. It's not a bad ball, they're in space again here. Higashi helps it on one more. And it's whipped goalwards and just past the post. Park Il-gyu, I think, mightily relieved to see that going the wrong side of his post. So the last 20 minutes coming up. Not particularly good for either side. It's probably a better point for Sagan Tosu, given the respective positions of the clubs. Even though they would remain in the bottom three, there's plenty of games left to try and sort that out. With the defeats for Machida Zelvia and Gamba Osaka this weekend, Sanfrecce Hiroshima could really do with taking all 3 points. Throw from Mitsuta. It's a clever ball in behind to Matsumoto. Mitsuta wins the ball on the edge of the penalty area. Can he finish it? Oh, it's a terrific save from Park Il-gyu, and Kato just couldn't follow in on the rebound. Here's Matsumoto. Arai. It's hit first time and deflected wide off Kim Hye-tom. Ohashi with the strike, and Sagan Tosu beginning to look a little tired now. Great work there from Mitsuta. And an equally good block from Park Il-gyu. Seems to have a problem here now, the Sagan Tosu goalkeeper. Former Yokohama F. Marinos goalkeeper, joined Sagan Tosu from them in 2020. Fabulous save that one, and doesn't seem to be a problem here as he's chasing the loose ball. He's clearly in some discomfort. his feet again to face the corner. Ono Riera, the Spaniard, is on the bench today. Swinging delivery. Kawahara. Just too much on that. Otherwise they may well have been away there. Sagan Tosu. Instead they've lost it. Ohashi with the touch off to Kato. Kato clips it across. Kim Tae-hyun can't clear. Here's Arai. Matsumoto! Sanfrecce Hiroshima back in front with 20 minutes to go. Taishi Matsumoto with a lovely finish. Second goal of the season. And it's Sagan Tosu 1, Sanfrecce Hiroshima 2. Strong start to the second half from Sagan Tosu after they equalised, but slowly but surely Sanfrecce Hiroshima have been getting back on top. Just switched that ball onto the left foot and then rifled in by Matsumoto. Too slow to close him down, and despite the best efforts of Kim Tae-hyun on the goal line, nothing you could do about that. And Sanfrecce Hiroshima lead for the second time in the game. Finally taken goal. And as they did in the first half, it is time for a drinks break immediately following a Sanfrecce Hiroshima goal. Well, there's their equaliser. Straight from the kickoff. 12 seconds into the second half. Marcelo Ryan levelled. They were very much on the front foot after that. Looked as though they may go on and indeed get the lead themselves, but Sanfrecce Hiroshima rode out the storm. And now have capped their best spell of the second half by regaining the lead through Matsumoto. His first goal in J1 since a 5-0 win at Koito Sanga back in May. Be a terrific weekend for Mikhail Skibber's side to pick up all 3 points. Is it beyond the realms, the title race? 9 points behind with 14 matches still to play, perhaps not. Mitsuta. Marcelo Ryan challenges Matsumoto for the ball. Sanfrecce come up with it though. Togashi for Slivka, the only change so far for Sagan Tosu. You imagine there'll be more very shortly because they're looking at a little leggy. Here's Kato. Taking on Yamazaki. Twisting and turning. Kato gets the shot away, but straight at Park Il-kyu. Togashi did well to ride a couple of challenges and then find a teammate with the ball. Yokoyama. Arai backing off as players tend to when he has the ball. Fukuta. Harada. Overhits the cross though. Sagan Tosu have drifted back into what they were doing in the first half now. after that electric start to the second 45 minutes. Kenta Kawai plots his next move. Began coaching in women's football with EKIMAE's women's side from 2015 to 17, then took over the men's team for 2 years. One promotion from J3 to J2 with them as J3 champions. Higashi. Trying to pick their way through here, Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Had to time that right, Park Il-gyu. Drastic action required again from the Sagan Tosu goalkeeper. And unsurprisingly, a bit of cramp beginning to creep in. Kim Tae-hyun on the stretch there. An attacking midfielder, arrived in the off-season from Oita Trinita. Looks as though he's going to be thrown into the action.
それではここで本日の入場者数をお伝えします。本日の入場者数は12,144人。12,144人でした。ご来場誠にありがとうございます。
There's the goal by which Sanfrecce Hiroshima now leads. Clinically taken from Taishu Matsumoto. So it's going to be a double change as well. Yuki Origame. It's going to be the other change. Player capable of operating on either flank. Koyama picks out Ioha. Higashi. And Matsumoto wins the corner. Well, leading 2-1 and well in charge now, Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Not the comfort of a third goal. Nakahara is the player to come off for Hirigame. Kim Tae-hyun's cramp getting the better of him. And Uebasu is his replacement. Headed away by Togashi. Sako launches it. Kato. Just 2 defeats in their last 10 in J1, 2 losses in 15 in all competitions for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. They're not a side who loses many. But have dropped way too many points this season in drawn games. If they can correct that, they can certainly get themselves in amongst it with the likes of Machida Zelvia and Gamba Osaka, Kashima Antlers at the very top end of the table. Ohashi. Higashi. Ambitious effort from distance. Yamazaki getting himself in the way though. Now Marcelo Ryan. Fukuta. Origame. Harada. And again by Fukuta. Minutes to go, plus stoppages. Naganuma. Can Sagan Tosu get themselves back on terms again? Yokoyama. Harada. Cutting in, gets the ball across. It was a lovely delivery as well. Marcelo Ryan unable to get a touch on it. Koyama not too far away either at the back post, but the ball in the end evading both of them. He's taken every opportunity to get some hydration on board, unsurprisingly. We're heading for a second straight defeat here, Sagan Tosu. Both of them at home, beaten here by Gamba Osaka. Side second in the table last weekend. Unlike Sanfrecce, Sagan Tosu don't have the drawing habit. They tend to either win or lose. Drawn just twice in their opening 23 games this season, less than any other team in the top flight. Wayward from Marcelo Ryan. Touch from Araki, but got away with it. Now Nakano. Ayoha. On by Harada. Fukuta with a lovely ball to pick out Yokoyama. His first touch let him down. He's playing in J3 with Matsumoto Yamagawa's Yokoyama when he was picked up by Sagan Tosu last year. Scored 3 goals in his last 3 games coming into this, 5 this season. Just over 12,000 the official attendance. Stadium about half full then, just over half. Got plenty forward here, Sanfrecce. Mitsuta was one of them. Naganuma did well to take it away from him, and then that's a free kick for a foul on Kawahara. Here's Harada. Mitsuta has been lively since coming on and pulled the trigger from way out. Comfortable gather in the end for Park Il-gyu. does have a goal against Sagan Tosu. He scored in the 2-2 draw here back in November of 2022. Makoto Mitsuda. There's Mitsuda again. Little flick in behind. And who got the final touch? It was Ohashi. Lovely little dink ball from Matsumoto. Just couldn't divert it over the line though, Ohashi. Another change for Sagan Tosu, another double change.
Number 55, midfielder,
Kiyotaki and Tezuka, the two players on. All 5 changes made now for Sagan Tosu. There's Marcelo Ryan, the header down. Mitsuta. Time getting away for Sagan Tosu if they are to grab anything from this game. Here's Kato. Whips the ball across, it's gone all the way through, and that is 3 for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Ohashi on the end of it. And no surprise really, a third goal for Sanfrecce Hiroshima was looking a lot more likely than an equaliser for the home team. And Ohashi caps another fine performance by wrapping up the 3 points. Kato's ball across. And look at the two defenders there, static as Ohashi just ran between them and helped himself to a goal. Sagan Tosu 1, Sanfrecce Hiroshima 3. And despite their strong start to the second half, Sanfrecce Hiroshima now look as though they're going to be worthy winners. Took them to around the hour mark before they really settled into the game again after conceding that early equaliser at the start of the second half. But they've been well on top since then. And Ohashi adding to Matsumoto and Marcos Junior's goals. And on course for a 4th successive win against Sagan Tosu. Themselves are on course for a place in the bottom 3 going into the 2-week break. Origami. Uebasu. Kiyotake losing possession. Here's Mitsuta. Good challenge from Origami, who gets the cross in. Sako getting something on it. Took a bit of a knock by the looks of it as well as he hobbled away. Seemed okay though in sending that one forwards. Have to go for it now. Sagan Tosu 2 goals down, the clock very much against them. Kawahara. Pick their way through here though. Sagan Tosu just held up by Matsumoto and then driven in. Osako there to palm it behind. Decent strike from Kohei Tezuka, one of the 5 substitutes. He's going across to take the corner, but Sanfrecce about to make changes, or a change at least. Higashi is going off to be replaced by Takaki Shichi. Change number 3 for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. In swinging corner. Dealt with again by Sanfrecce Hiroshima, which has largely been the case from Sagan Tosu set pieces in this game. Well, they began the weekend in 17th place. Looks as though they're going to end it in 19th, second from bottom. 7 minutes to be added on. If they could grab one back quickly, it would make it an interesting ending, but in truth, really, the last 20 minutes haven't really looked like scoring. Shichi, player who's just come on for Sanfrecce. Ayoha, Shichi. Launched by Osako. Uebasu. Sanfrecce Hiroshima pressing Sagan Tosu and force the error. Out of play from Harada. Try to play the game in the right way, Sagan Tosu, but at times you wonder if they do overplay it. Araki with the up and under. Kato wins the free kick. Now here Mitsuta have both been lively since coming on. Kato scored in 4 successive games in June, 2 in the League Cup, 2 in J1. Hasn't scored in 4 appearances since though. Arai and Shichi both over this. It's whipped across, and somehow it stayed out. Well, that has to go down as one of the misses of the season. That's absolutely extraordinary. Well, that really should have been 4. Let's look at this again. Ohashi, scorer of the 3rd Sanfrecce Hiroshima goal, heading it away rather than into the net. It's a beautiful delivery. Ubasu's header out. Here's Arai. Mitsuta. Marcelo Ryan. Played by Araki. Togashi did well to win that back for Sagan Tosu. Here's Kiyotake. Tezuka. Naganuma. Uebasu. Again, a lot of sideways, keeping possession of the ball but doing absolutely nothing with it. Tezuka. And then the final delivery straight into the hands of Keisuke Osako. Well, they've got Marcelo Ryan up front. They've always got a chance. Sagan Tosu. Trying to think where they'd have been without the inspired signing of the Yokohama FC striker. It's a good ball in. Header on from Matsumoto. Kato with the touchback. Shichi plays it in. Falls to Mitsuta, who gets the shot away and finds the corner. Lovely finish from Mitsuta. Sagan Tosu 1, Sanfrecce Hiroshima 4. And for the second time this season, Sanfrecce Hiroshima have scored 4 times against Sagan Tosu. Makoto Mitsuta with the accurate finish. And Sagan Tosu have been well and truly taken apart in the latter stages here by Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Sagan Tosu 1, Sanfrecce Hiroshima 4. A scoreline that will take them to a +18 goal difference, level with the leaders Machida Zelvia. If they could get on a real run of victories here, who knows, perhaps they could end that 9-year wait for the title.
Sanfrecce Hiroshima 選手の交代です。背番号14ミッドフィルダー松本大志に代わりまして背番号6ミッドフィルダー青山俊彦
Chajima and Oyama coming on.
ミッドフィルダー七井直人に代わりまして背番号25ミッドフィルダー茶島祐介が入っています。
May not even get a touch of the ball, either of them. Looking for more goals here now, Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Scored 43 goals now, Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Again, the best attack in J1. All the ingredients are there. They score goals, they're tough to beat, very rarely lose. Here's Marcelo Ryan. It is just making sure that those type of matches they've been drawing so far this season turn into victories for what remains of the campaign. And it won't be too far away. Here's Kato. That's a corner. Put behind by Togashi. Chajima with the corner. Surely the last play of the game. Can they round it off with a fifth? It's not a bad ball in. Hooked away by Kiyotake. Still plenty up here for Sanfrecce if they can get the ball in. Mitsuta. Yamazaki with the initial clearance away. Naganuma completes the job. And Sagan Tosu will go into the 2-week break in the relegation zone. Well and truly beaten here for the second home game in succession. Sanfrecce Hiroshima score 4 against them for the second time in 2024. And it is 4 straight wins now in this fixture for Sanfrecce Hiroshima, who remain 5th in the table but move on to 40 points. Just 4 now outside of the Asian club competition places and 9 off top of the table Machida Zelvia. Could they do it? Could they end the 9-year wait for the J1 title? It's looking pretty good for them. An impressive display, particularly in the last 20 minutes. It's finished here, Sagan Tosu 1, Sanfrecce Hiroshima 4. So a big win, a big statement perhaps from Sanfrecce Hiroshima. For Sagan Tosu, well, you do worry about them the last 20 minutes. The legs seem to leave them. Sanfrecce Hiroshima look much fitter. Sagan Tosu with that really good spell at the start of the second half, born out of the equaliser from Marcelo Ryan, his 11th goal of the season, just 12 seconds into the second half. It's a really good return from the young Brazilian for a side who are now second to bottom in the table. Their 13-year stay in J1 very much in jeopardy, but then they do have 14 games to try and sort things out. 23 points, just 2 adrift of Kyoto Sanger and Shonan Bellmare, the sides who began the weekend below them in the table but ended above them. They're the teams very much in the fight to stay out of the bottom 3. Albirex, Niigata maybe. It would be a big surprise, of course, if Kawasaki Frontale were to go down, that's for sure. But they're not clear yet. 2-hour train journey, 4 hours plus in the car. Back to Hiroshima will be pretty good after this result.
気候を含めても非常にタフなゲームとなりました。今どんな感想をお持ちですか？
すごいきつかったですけど、本当上位争いに入っていくために大事な試合だったので勝ててよかったです。
今日はトス相手にどんなところが大事になると考えていましたか？
そうですね、やっぱトスさん上手い選手がすごいたくさんいるので、そこのケアをしながらどうショートカウンターで点取れるかっていうのは常にみんなで話し合ってました。
後半折り返したタイミングで後半早々失点をして同点に追いつかれるという場面が